We know Nick Fury has been a Skrull for a while, but for how long is what I intend to lay out and get to the bottom of in this video, so stick around to the end. One thing is for certain, before the events of Secret Invasion, he has been in space overseeing the creation of S.W.O.R.D. Now there are theories that Fury has been a Skrull since all the way back before the events of the first Iron Man and actually went to space after the Captain Marvel movie once he and S.H.I.E.L.D. were first aware of Skrulls. The most popular of the beliefs is that he has only been portrayed on Earth as a Skrull since Spider-Man Far From Home, where we all were first aware. Now there's a theory that suggests Fury went to space at one point in the middle of Captain America the Winter Soldier when he was attacked and Hydra was targeting him. The theory suggesting Fury has been off-world since after the events of Captain Marvel and before the first Iron Man has a few arguments. Two pieces of information can be pulled from one conversation with Carol Danvers at the diner in her movie where he reveals how he eats his toast and also what everyone calls him by. Fury says that if toast is cut diagonally, he can't eat it. He was seen cutting and eating his own toast in Avengers Age of Ultron at Clint's house. Take that how you will, as he could have gotten over it after so many years, or it was actually Talos not knowing every detail about Fury. The other piece of information we got to support this theory during the conversation between Fury and Carol was telling her nobody calls him Nick, not even his mom. Mariah Hill calls him Nick sometimes. That could speak to their relationship and how close they are, that she is the only one who calls him by that name, or Talos and his wife, who were posing as Fury and Hill, didn't get every detail down. The other argument supporting the theory that Fury hasn't been on Earth for a long time is the fact that he didn't show up during the massive battle against Thanos and was MIA for 3 years between the events of Age of Ultron and the end credit scene in Avengers Infinity War, before only showing up at Tony Stark's funeral. Skilled soldiers like Fury and Hill would have been useful in the battle, but of course if they were Skrulls, then they would have been less useful and it would not have been their war to fight. All of those put together are pretty convincing. But now for the arguments as to why Fury has only been a Skrull since Far From Home. I mentioned he may have gotten past the diagonal toast, or that Mariah is very close with him and is the only one who can actually call him Nick instead of Fury. It is the job of the writers to make crazy connections as small as the toast between movies, and they have done so many times before, but they could have also slipped up because nobody's perfect. Fury, or Talos in Far From Home, is very gullible as it took him far too long to figure out what Mysterio was up to. We only saw Fury make a mistake like that in Far From Home, as he has stated that, "The last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye." He was very quick to trust Mysterio for most of the movie and worked with him right away. One other moment where a key piece of information was given to us was in Spider-Man No Way Home, when Peter was being investigated and asked for Fury's reference, to which the cop tells him that Fury has been off-world for a year. The timetable lines up so that Fury attended Tony's funeral at the end of Endgame and then went to space or back to space. As for Fury leaving for space in the middle of Captain America the Winter Soldier, it coincides with the downfall of S.H.I.E.L.D., and the theory also notes that he periodically comes back to Earth for events like the funeral at the end of Endgame. So which theory is correct? Has Fury been a Skrull since the 1990s, during the events of the Winter Soldier, or since right before Far From Home? More solid evidence supports that he has only been off-world since right before the events of Far From Home, but there are some very interesting supporting arguments as to him spending the last 20 plus years in space after meeting the Skrulls and Captain Marvel. So I'm going to go with Fury being a Skrull for the least amount of time until Secret Invasion hopefully sheds some light on what has actually been happening. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to drop them in the comments so they can be answered, whether it be about this video or wanting to see something in a future video.